and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No one there to help out. But no problem, scrambling for 22 and a first. Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in a victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Again, it's Cook. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. But he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On play action, Mariota. List to the outside, it's Sermon. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now 2nd and 5. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. To throw is Mariota.
Open man complete to Humphrey.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Will Jordan Humphrey.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
To the air again, McCarthy.
And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. McCarthy operating from the gun.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
That is caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's McCarthy.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35 5-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Following the interception here, Mariota eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mariota.
They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's second down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. Down right around the 25. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's Mariota. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Malik Neighbors.
53 yards.
And the Jets are back within a score.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The offense and running back Trey Sermon heading back out.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The Dolphins at a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They'll try it now with Brooks. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.